Trying to get this phone situated. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got the phone situated out.
Yep.
Sideline talk. We live, baby. Yes, sir.
We are about you.
Live on the tube. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sideline Talk. It's your man, Unashamed Herb.
Boy, Random Waves. How y'all doing?
Man, LC.
Feeling great, man. How's everybody?
Good, good.
Cool.
Look, look, I ain't gonna mess around, yo. I gotta get straight to it. This it's a lot going on this year. It's a lot. It's a lot going on in the world. But how is it possible that an extremely athletic human being could decide, you know what? I'm not going to play any professional sports for a few years, especially the sport that, like, I grew up on and what made me famous. I ain't going to play this sport for 9 years. But you know what? I'm going to make a comeback at a totally different position.
Mm.
It's amazing, yo. It's amazing. Mr. Tim Tebow is back in the league. Wow. At tight end. You know how many people suggested him to be a tight end like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And then, wow, yo, this is crazy.
We gotta let the Gator fan talk first.
Yeah, Al,
I
you gotta
mean,
do this one, Doc.
Coach Urban Meyer is Tim Tebow's unofficial daddy. Anything Tebow want, Tebow get. Sure as Tebow said, I'm coming back, I'm being a Jacksonville Jaguar. I was like, oh yeah, somebody missed the machine because Tebow was going to be a tight end for the Jaguars. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah, because anything he wants, because Urban Meyer built, well not built, because I want to say Alex Smith kind of helped him build his legacy at Utah. But Tim Tebow is probably one of his most famous quarterbacks of his professional college coaching career. And Tim Tebow has been one of the best leaders that he had in his college coaching career. And Tim Tebow is loved in the South. Jacksonville is pretty much
That's his hometown. He's from
that's pretty much Gatorville, basically. That might as well be Gainesville. Percy Harvin said he coming out of retirement. Guess what? Percy Harvin got a spot too. Brandon
Man.
Spice want to come out of retirement. Brandon Spice got a spot too. Like that's Gatorville.
That's all you got.
Right.
That's it.
That's all I
Gatorville.
got. I mean, the head coach. Well, the son said what he wanted. The head coach is the daddy. Head coach got the pull to make it happen. Ain't no mountains to it. I don't think Tim Tebow is going to be a successful tight end in the league. And when I say successful, I mean I don't think he's going to be a top 5 to 10 tight end in the league. But if that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be.
Wait, Al.
He make it
So,
out of training camp, I'll be surprised.
I'm confused. You said successful tight end is top 5 to 10?
I say I don't think he will be a successful tight end, but what I mean by successful is top 5, top 10. I don't think he will be that.
So I'm just saying for the tight ends outside of the top 10, they not considered successful?
They are because this is their lifelong dream to be a tight end. They trained their whole career to be a tight end. So you got to that spot. That's success.
All right,
Getting
Al, you
handed a
killing me.
position and then being terrible at it is not success to me. That's nepotism to me.
Yeah, but if he goes from off the street to being, a starting tight end in the league and productive, that's success, I would think. Especially at his age, like.
Right. I don't see it.
Right. What's your take on it, John? Al, you killing me, but like you struggling to look up. You look bad short. All right, John, what's your take on the matter?
I think I'll be surprised if he get out of training camp. Shit, I'll be surprised if he get out of rookie training camp. Put him back with the rookies and see what he do. But I think it's just bullshit. I can't fathom you making a decision like to bring somebody in. But no, it's other people who need to play tight end or who deserve a position or a shot at that position. Like, I feel like this is a hoax. This is something, a ruse or something. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just like, as soon as you see it come across your phone or come across the TV, you instantly turn the shit off. Like,
like,
come on now.
Get this bullshit off my phone.
No, leave none of that shit. This is the dumbest thing. Like, no.
I thought Shannon was going to swing on Skip last week.
Word.
Y'all had a disrespect Skip.
What?
Skip gave up.
What?
He was like, I'll take Tebow over you if your best day is a blocker. They tight end.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. I did see that. Now that you mention it.
I can tell it ain't playoff season yet. He needs to reach for something, and that's what the reach would have to be to get the ratings back.
But
I swung on him. I'd have definitely got the ratings back because I'd have swung on him. You don't disrespect my Hall of Fame career like that.
my thing with this whole situation, y'all know I love Tim Tebow. That's my brother in Christ. I respect what his leadership and all that, and what he stands for and off the field and everything, whatever. But this is a slap in the face. This is disrespectful to every tight end that was available in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Every tight end that was available on the draft board outside of Kyle Pitts, because they damn sure want to take him at one. But this is a slap in the face to every last one of them. It's a slap in the face to Josh Oliver. Josh, we're going to give you away to the Ravens for a 7th round pick. And you know what? We ain't going to draft no tight ends to replace you. We ain't going to bring in a high-priced free agent. We got all this money to replace you. No, know what we're going to do? We're going to get a bunch of journeymen on the roster and to give Tim Tebow a shot at tight end. That is super disrespectful, yo. I don't care if he's such a great leader. Give him a job in the QB room or something. Make him the team chaplain or something. You know what I mean? Like, like let him be the weight room coach. Something.
Team prayer coach or something.
Like, yo, but you put him on the field like, oh, tight end. You ain't never played tight end on this level, or even the collegiate level, or the high school level. You ain't never played tight. Like, come on. This is wild, yo. This is wild.
He didn't even switch positions towards the end of his career the first time.
No, he was a shad quarterback with the Jets and with the Eagles, even though he ain't get no bump with the Eagles.
It's insane. It is absolutely insane. But y'all know me. I'm such an optimistic person, and I like to see the impossible become possible. But with this one, no, cuz this is just foul. Like it really irks me. Like, if I was any tight end available, like this is what we doing? Like, if you think what Jared Cook signed to? Or did he?
Jared Cooks He's somewhere.
He's down with the Chargers.
Chargers, okay.
But they could have gave him more money than the Chargers. Hey, come down here. We building something with with Trevor. Whoop de whoop, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, this is wild.
Eddie Moss is struggling to stay on the team, and Tim Tebow can find a team coming off a Target shopping spree.
I mean, like I said, it's the whole nepotism. Once your daddy got the team,
Wow.
Like I said, as soon as I hit the news, I'm like, oh, he a Jaguar, Jaguar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. But for those, I see we're live on YouTube. Our first show on YouTube, and for those who will see this Sideline Talk, we are a Baltimore-based podcast, and we're going to discuss things: football, basketball, what else? Boxing at times. You see the logo on Al's page. A various amount of topics. You will be thoroughly entertained, I must say, each and every show. With that being said, let's transition to the home team. You got to help me out. We are just almost a week away. No, yeah, we're like a few days away from rookie camp here in Baltimore. And we were all excited with the draft pick of Rashad Bateman. But I'm seeing questions like, is he really out the answer at receiver? Is he the number one receiver? Whatever. I'm confused. Y'all gonna have to teach me again. What does the world consider a number one receiver?
To answer your question, I don't think there is a number one receiver for the Ravens that's not named Mark Andrews. That's normally the first look. That's normally the first option. Now, I did hear something this past week where it was reported that Greg said that he's going to do what I asked him to do and evolve the offense.
Hell, you terrible. Hell, you terrible. You're
Right.
terrible. You hate that man so much. I told you this. I told you Ben watched the thing. Ben watched the whole press conference, and you still refuse to watch it.
He said he's going to evolve the offense. I'm not big on words, y'all. I'm not big on words.
It's true.
Your track record has been proven that you do the same thing. So I'm not big on you saying that. Once your track record becomes something else and you prove that you're going to evolve the offense, all right, cool. But like I said, the term has been evolve the offense. Now that's evolved. Do you really have three number ones? If you have three number ones, do you really have a number one? Mm-hmm. Because Lamar is comfortable with Mark Andrews. He's comfortable with Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
And then you bring in Rashad Bateman. You bring in, you still have Duvernay from last year. You still have Boykin from last year, 2 years ago. So you mixing in all these receivers. Do you really need a number one?
All right. So, but you still answered my question though. What is considered a number one? Are you saying just like the first read in the play? That's your number one?
I'm guessing most people consider the number one as the first option or the play or the number one person that you're going to go to third and I need this first down.
Okay. All right, John, what's your take on it? And then I'll let y'all know what I've been hearing.
My answer.
And I'll give my piece.
My answer to the way how the question was presented to me, how I perceive a number one receiver is a person who number is called continuously and always make a play. I really don't give a fuck with who it is. I mean, you can say, you have a weapon or whatever, but if I have a receiver that I can trust and rely on consistently to make a play, that's my number one receiver. I don't care if he's in the slot, left, right. if you my guy and you going up to make a play and you continually to come down to make a play or score a touchdown, you're number one receiver on my team.
Gotcha.
Do I believe that's Mark Andrews or Marquise Brown or anybody else who's added right now? No, because they haven't. I'm not saying they've been bad, weapons for our team. I'm just saying they left a lot of points and yardage on the field at times.
But can the same be said about the names that we consider are number one receivers? Based off your definition of it. Could the same be said for Julio, who is all world in yards, but when it comes to TDs, he ain't getting that many. Or the same for Odell. Odell's the number one receiver, but if he ain't getting desired targets or whatever, it ain't, you know what I mean? It ain't really showing.
I mean, some people will probably feel like I'm biased towards Odell, but I've never been. I just think he's a fan favorite more than a top graded receiver in my preference.
Okay. So based on what you said, like as far as being reliable when you need it, you wouldn't, because you ain't never consider him as that guy.
Not in the totality of his career, no.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So what I've been hearing, people question if Rashad Bateman is the number one receiver, and the same people who questioned it would define a number one receiver as the guy who makes the tough catches, who makes the contested catches, who does, like you said, who's clutch. When you got to have it, they're there. And when you break all of that down, to a degree, that doesn't make sense. Because when you consider who are the best wide receivers in the game this past season, just this season, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two of the best. Even you can even throw in Justin Jefferson in there, right?
Right.
If you're a highlight guy and just want to look at the highlights, pull up their highlights. I guarantee you can count on your fingers how many times there was a contested catch with them. But they were considered, and we all agree, they're number one guys. Contested catches to me ain't got nothing to do with it. If you can get open despite the coverage, and when your numbers call you deliver, all right, that's your number one guy. You know what I mean? And like, it's funny because that, like, how can you question if Bateman can be that or is that, and in the same breath be confident that Jamar Chase is that? I mean,
you can't say that for either one of them.
No, you can't. I'm just saying, obviously, because it's unproven on this level. But when you look at like everything in the vacuum, you look at their production, you look at their measurables, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the route running, you look at the hands, you look at the acceleration, the yak ability, you look at the ability to break tackles. You know what I mean? When you total all of that up, how can you be confident in one who struggles at creating separation and all he does is make contested catches, or they'll run an offense where he get a lot of picks to free himself up? You confident in that, but the guy that be on the island and just routing everybody up and catching and getting yak, you're not confident. You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
it's funny to me. And this come from the home. This coming from the hometown fans. Like, hold on, bro. Like, slow down. Like, pay attention.
They pick and choose who they preference. Like, oh, you came from LSU. I'm gonna give you more. I'm gonna give you more ratings. You won a national championship. Oh, you was the reason why they won the national championship. Like, they put those measurements on a pedestal compared to somebody else.
and I don't respect it. That's hard to respect. Like, come on. And when you consider the best receivers in the game right now, how many are from the SEC? How many of them went to LSU or Bama or Florida? Like the top guy, arguably, is from Fresno State. And then the second guy's from Maryland, who is a triple option school when he was there.
Okay.
You feel me? So that conference BS ain't got nothing to do with it. It's what you do when you lined up one-on-one, and it's go time.
I mean, I think it do, though.
Can you get open?
I mean, it has a little bit to do with it.
No.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I mean,
the
if you're talented,
the wrong position. The wrong position when it comes down to your conference. Now you talk about in the trenches, I can understand that. When you talking something like receivers and corners and safeties, sometimes deal with coaching and poor coaching against the scheme.
Right. Well,
yeah, that too. And like I said, if you're talented, you're talented. You know, you got Stephon Diggs from Maryland. If Stephon Diggs would have went to Alabama like his brother did, Stephon Diggs would have still been Stephon Diggs. He's talented. Devontae Adams is talented. But how many people do you get from the ACC? Whereas, you got Julio, you got Hopkins was ACC as well. Odell, you got Jarvis, you got
Calvin, you got Judy, you got
These guys just tough. Period. I don't know if anybody ever called Odell tough. I don't know if I want to put him in that situation, but
I would. He a little weak minded at times.
Tougher, right? He's a little tougher of a conference to me. In that, like you said, in the trenches. But I mean, you go to Alabama. Like I always say, Alabama's a fantasy world. I got to see Mac Jones. I'm not going to go off of what I've already seen from Mac Jones. I need to see him and not living in the fantasy world that is Alabama.
Right. So, you know why I disagree, though? Is because I think the biggest difference is simply coaching. Shout out to Rico, said it matter with people like Sack Daddy. That's funny. All right. But I think it comes down to coaching because it's all about how you cultivate and groom the talent you get. That's what it truly comes down to. And then, like you said, that's how it comes down to in college. Some of the best talent wants to go to the SEC because they always have the best coaches. They have just from a track record of they have coaches that were either in the league or have experience and have ties that can get you to the league quicker.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Get that. But when you look at it as a whole, when you look at some of the top guys, not everybody come from the SEC. And
I'm not saying
what matters is once you got the talent and you get to the league, when it's time to line up and you on that field, it's like, bro, I gotta whoop you. And I don't care if you went to Bama. Okay, you went to Bama, cool. I went to San Jose State, and I'm about to route you up real quick and keep it pushing.
I mean, to a degree, I get where you're coming from. And I'm biased, but
yeah, but still,
to me,
to stay on topic, when it comes down to Chase, Bateman, and how people are more confident in one than the other, and you look at it, if the only reason I think some would be more confident is, like you said, is the fact it was against SEC competition the whole time, as if the Big Ten is a slouch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like he dominated in the Big Ten. Came back this year in the COVID season, had 5 games?
5 games.
And averaged just about 100 yards a game in 5 games. But it's like, well, I don't know. He might not be fast enough. He might, or he's 6 feet in a quarter, whatever it is, and ran unofficially 4.39. Yeah, but can he separate? you say he the best route runner on the field. You see it. But with Chase, it's the other thing is like he had a down year. I don't know if I can believe it, but Chase only had 1 year of production and set out the whole year. It was the same height, 6 foot, ran 4.39, same number. He's 10 pounds heavier, but he don't separate.
I say LSU pretty much only had 1 year of production throwing the ball.
You said LSU did?
Yeah.
Only had 1 year production.
Throwing the ball, yes. LSU is a running school. They run the ball and play defense. LSU is not a throw it around the yards type of school.
No, I get what you're saying, but you're missing the point. The point is, how can you question a guy who played this year and was consistent, put up 100 yards? Yeah, his numbers dropped a bit. Like his average yards per catch dropped from 20 to 13. And admittedly so is because he dealt with COVID. But he still put up out of 5 games, 3 out of 5 games, he went over 100 yards. Mm-hmm. You question that, but a guy who didn't play at all and can't separate, who all he does is make contested catches, and you know what I mean? And it's great. That's all he does. He's the guaranteed can't miss prospect. We believe he's the number 1, hands down. You get what I'm saying? How can you fathom that at that position when?
I mean, I don't fathom that, but to play devil's advocate, if you will, because Jamar Chase was my number 1 wide receiver, even though I had Bateman ranked in the top 3 as well. Jamar Chase has proven in the NFL, open in the NFL is a lot different than open in college. As far as the space and the window that a quarterback has to throw the ball into.
All right, Al, you treading. Be careful. Keep
going.
So
for Chase to already be in college and catching contested passes, well, nigga, most of your catches, especially in the AFC North, is going to be that. It ain't like you just going to walk away from Marlon or Marcus. You're not just walking away from them. Okay. There's going to be tough contested catches.
Okay. All right. So I get what you're saying. But if the thought process amongst the what you call them, the national media is there are 3 can't miss prospects, bona fide studs in this draft: Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts, and Jamar Chase. If Jamar Chase is a bona fide can't miss and he can't separate in college football, and you're saying, okay, that's good because most of the time you're getting contested catches anyway, right? How much better would be the guy who can separate? And in a league where we just seen Stephon Diggs, all he does is create separation. Keenan Allen, all he does is create separation. Devontae Adams was the best, and he creates separation galore. Cooper Kupp creates separation. Little small Cole Beasley creates separation. You get what I'm saying? Creating separation is the name of the game.
Right, and I get that. It's the name. You can be good doing that. But Nook don't create that much separation. Most of the Nook highlights are catching the ball over people. Same thing.
And he's 6'3". He's 6'3".
Right, but most of it is contested catches.
But he's like, I get it. It's some outliers at times. I'm not saying everybody who can't separate doesn't translate. I'm just saying, how is it possible that this guy's can't miss, but a guy who is exactly his size, got all the numbers are, if you looking down the line, their pro day numbers is damn near even, except one is 10 pounds lighter and can separate. I don't get how one is like, you question.
I don't understand how he's a can't miss prospect. Like I would never say that.
That's my point. Like how would you question if one versus the other? You see what I'm saying? That's weird to me.
Man, I get that point. Like I never said he was can't miss.
That's
I don't believe in him being a can't miss prospect because, like I said, like we both stated, he doesn't get separation. Now, what happens? You know, he get jammed at the line. And he definitely can't get separation and can't get off the line. He still can't miss.
Right.
Because he can't miss if he only catches 2-yard passes.
And that's my thing, Al. When you watch him, like just watch the Alabama game. He had a good game. He had a good game against Alabama. Watch how he got free from the line. Against like Trayvon Diggs, who we all thought was a little too grabby, ain't not that good with his feet, whatever. You know, he had a good day. Against Patrick Surtain, the younger corner at the time, Burrow ain't look his way. You feel me? The only time he did look his way was on a pick play to free him from Surtain. And we talking about a big corner, like how he gonna see in the north, who got good feet, who's physical, who's fast. It's just funny to me. Like we picking and choosing. Like, all right. And whereas on the flip side, I seen Bateman play Auburn against a big. I think Carlton Davis was there that year, or the other kid, with the African kid, Noah something.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Noah I.
Yeah, Noah
I something.
And he put up. They beat Auburn. The Big Ten school beat him in the bowl game. He had 5 catches for like 75 yards. You feel me? Like, all right. It's funny to me, John, how they picking and choosing, yo.
They always gonna pick and choose, and I mean they tried to knock Devontae Smith after he was arguably the best player in college football because he was skinny. He broke you down, no matter how you want to do it. He did it all: pick plays, slants, go routes, comeback routes, 9s, 5s,
right,
crossing routes. Whatever he did, he broke you down. He got free. And he went to work. And they still wanted to choose a broken Waddle over Devontae Smith, the best player in college football.
Yeah.
They pick and choose of their prototype of receiver, what they look like, or what can be off their look, instead of actually breaking them down of their film and how they got open.
Right.
I mean, I'm doing this since he's been a freshman. I mean, come on now. The record proof.
And I don't want people looking at it like, forgive me if it coming off like I'm choosing one or the other. Like, I don't wish no ill will on none of these players. I hope they have great, successful careers. Chase, you do your thing. Just, we see you 2 times a year. I don't expect to go off. That's simple. You feel me? That's just
you can have 14 games a year. 14 games a year is a hell of a great career.
You feel me? Right. That's just the Raven fan in me. But like, let's be fair. Like, let's be fair. Instead of, the national media, pushing it an agenda and like purposely missing things. Like I heard it. It was like on, I think it might have been GMFB or something. One of the guys on there was like, yeah, I don't know if he could do it, but because he kind of like dipped in production. Like, but Chase ain't play at all. Like, come on. It was just funny to me. But with that being said, which receiver that was drafted in the first round you think will have the most success in year 1?
Yeah, give me a list again. You got
that was Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Kadarius Toney.
Waddle went to Miami?
Yes. Kadarius Toney went to the Giants.
Okay.
And Rashad Bateman went to the Ravens. Those are the 5 receivers taken in the first round.
I want to say, I'm sorry, Waddle went to Miami. Smith went to Eagles.
The Eagles, yes.
I want to say Devontae Smith is going to have more opportunity. I just see Philly trailing most games, trailing a lot of games. They're going to be throwing the ball up. Go get it.
How funny.
I mean, Giants, they got Saquon back, so it's not like Kadarius is going to go in and I'm going to prioritize Kadarius Toney over Saquon Barkley and the other wide receivers they got over there and tight ends. Jamar Chase. Yeah, you got Burrow, but how many passes can Burrow complete from his back?
Okay.
And then I gotta see it from Tua. Tua got to show me a little bit more. And then Bateman, like I said, he's on a running team. We are a running team. We do prioritize running the ball.
Correct, but that's not saying like Lamar only throw the ball 22 times. There's been times when he dropped back.
We throw the ball 25 a game.
There's been times when he dropped back and just took off with it multiple times because nobody was open. Got to factor that in as well.
Okay, so maybe he throws the 30. Maybe 30 of them are called then. Okay, cool.
You see what I'm saying?
30 out of our 75 plays are passes. All right, cool.
If I had to choose, I would choose Devontae Smith with the uncertainty of their whole entire offense. Him being the main person, you don't know about the tight end situation. So I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith, and then if I had to go back in order, it would be Waddle because I don't believe in the receivers that they got there. It's time for them to revamp that for my liking, and I think Tony gonna be a special team slot guy. Like Al said, Jamal Chase, he's gonna get open, but Higgins gonna know the offense better, so he's gonna get more opportunities. Joe Mixon's still gonna be
Tyler Boyd
option. So
don't forget Tyler Boyd as well.
I think Bateman will be over Chase for right now going into the season. But if I had to pick one receiver, I would put Devontae Smith. I think he's gonna be the main weapon in Philly.
Okay. All right. So I ain't gonna be a homer and pick Bate just yet. I'm gonna wait and see how things shake. But just know I expect big things from Rashad Bateman. In year one. I honestly would go the opposite route of y'all and say Jalen Waddle would have the most production in year one. Because I'll break it down. In Baltimore, like you mentioned, we run the ball, and then there's a lot of mouths to feed. So he might not get as many opportunities as the other guys would. So that would take Bateman out. Tony on his roster, they tried to revamp that room with something mean. They brought in Kenny G, Dante Pettis, and John Ross.
Mm-hmm.
And Darius Slayton played extremely well for them. And he shows the ability to line up at Z or in the slot. So you bring Tony in that mix, unless he just totally shows out, that's going to be a little interesting to see if he cracks that, gives many opportunities as well. The reason I don't like Devontae being first is because there's no other vet in the locker room that he can lean on and learn the game from, or even take the pressure off. And then the offensive line isn't at its best, so that's going to cause some issues there that might hinder his opportunities.
Maybe I missed it. What's up with Ertz?
Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
They still trying to get rid of him.
Okay.
Yeah. They good with Goddard and I forgot who else they got. But yeah, they still trying to move Ertz.
Okay.
But like I said, that wide receiver room is real young, super young, and it's like, who do you learn the game from? Especially, you coming in off the street and expected to be the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's gonna be a tough ask. With Waddle, it's like it's a perfect situation because you got Devontae, you got Will Fuller, and you see how they feel about Preston Williams if they throw him in the mix with Gesicki as well, taking the middle away. I feel like he'll crack the lineup, that 3-man rotation. I think he'll get first dibs over Preston Williams. It'd be him, Fuller, and Devontae. And it's like you can't double the slot when you got that big athletic monster of a tight end and Gesicki threaten the middle of the field as well. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Tua got a nice size arm on him. Their offensive line is pretty good. Their running game is slept on. They run it by committee for the most part. Then they just had, what's the bet they got from San Fran this year?
They have most of it, I thought.
It might have been. It was one of them backs they got. So I like Waddle in year one.
I like Waddle simply because I don't believe in. I don't know. I understand. People gotta, as Herb said, teach of why people need to see more from that quarterback.
I don't get it neither.
I don't understand that notion that they haven't seen enough for him. Like, granted, he ain't play a whole year, or they sat him a couple times because they felt like they needed a playoff push just to rush and do some dumb shit. But he's shown cases where he's capable of leading the team down the field and scoring, or holding on to a lead, or coming from behind. It's not Patrick Mahomes or certain things. Like I said, we didn't see fucking Sam Darnold. I'm gonna keep saying it. Do dumb shit and not live up to the expectations, but he get all the excuses in the world. But we see 20% of Tua, and we ain't seen it. We ain't seen enough. Why is that the whole media thing? I don't get it.
Well, you answered your own question. You started off by answering your own question.
How?
You said, I don't get what they need to see more from Tua. I mean, they pulled him out of games a couple of times. Well, that's exactly why we need to see more from him.
But I don't believe that was the right decision.
He played a few games, and in those few starts he had, he got pulled from them in the fourth quarter, in the most crucial quarter, because they're trying to make a playoff push. And like when they left him in there against
decision,
a Colts team that wasn't trying to do anything, he didn't look good. He couldn't get them over the hump. They finally get that last playoff push. I'm not blaming him. I think they pulled him a couple of times way too early. I think they panicked a couple of times and was like, okay, we look like we failed him. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of Fitz magic on it.
You know what it is?
And that Fitz magic shit is bullshit, because he ain't never get you over the hump, and all he got is a couple wins.
Well, he got that lucky ass Raiders pass.
No, see, I was about to bring up the Raiders game, though. You said it was a lucky pass. Think a couple plays and possessions before that. When they left Tua in, we thought the Raiders had this game wrapped up.
Right.
It's easy.
Right. Tua was
the reason why, John, people say they need to see more is, like I said, I'll use the Raiders game for example. They may believe Tua is because he's young, that he was too afraid to make the mistake. Like he had to be right before he throw it. Whereas when Fitzpatrick jumped in, they was calling the exact same plays within the rhythm of the offense, and they was just moving the ball downfield with ease. I think that's what it is. Like, Tua, listen, bro. But at the same time, John, it's kind of like they kind of mess him up because he got yanked before that. Like, you should encourage him, like, bro, if we're gonna rock with you, we're gonna rock with you. Right. Like, we took him out to put you in. Be free. Trust your instincts. Let the ball go. You feel
I
me?
think it goes back to that Jamar Chase conversation we were having, where and playing in Alabama, it's a fantasy world. You got wide receivers, Judy, Ruggs, and Smith, and Waddle running wide the fuck open. They open 10 yards, 5 yards at times. In the NFL, you don't have that. They don't look open. You have to throw them open. And he wasn't trusting his arm to do so.
Well, you got to trust the windows to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't trusting his arm enough to be there. But I think if you get a full off season, because he came into this season, Hobble not being able to do much, and it was a COVID off season, so we never really had time to really have an off season. I want to see him. I want to see him, like I said, away from that fantasy world that is Alabama.
Yeah,
and
but
see if he can really play QB in this league. So I think he can.
Yeah, I think he can too. And like to John's point, when he was starting and he had to look over his shoulder, it wasn't like he was losing games. You feel me? I can see if he was in there just straight messing it up and losing the game.
Name is Winston.
Right. Like, no, they was in it. Like, he was making plays. It's just at times, he got a little gun shy.
I mean,
that's how I viewed it.
They was fighting with Kansas City for a minute in that game. Well,
so we know the schedule will be released
Wednesday.
2 days from now, and I've seen that something an interesting note. It said, where is it at? Oh, the teams this upcoming season with who plays the most playoff opponents. The Steelers played 10 teams that were in the playoffs last year. They got 10 games against playoff opponents. The Packers got 10. The fewest belongs to the Cowboys and the Eagles.
That makes sense. Only one team from that division made the playoffs.
Yo, the reason that's so significant to me is like, because if Dak is healthy, they can go crazy. Like, they can put up 13, 14 wins, right? And Cowboy Nation gonna lose their mind. We back. They're gonna lose it. You know it's coming. And everybody gonna look at the schedule like, yeah, but y'all, I mean, y'all did play, but you ain't been playing nobody. I can see it now, yo. It's coming. That's gonna be funny.
Classic.
I mean, they ain't gonna put up 13, 14 wins with that defense, bro. They made it a point. They made it a point to address defense this draft because of that defense last year was some cut.
Yeah. I still wish it did a little more to the offensive line, but we'll see how it play out. Let's see. One thing for sure, they was putting up points. They did show they could do that.
Yeah, they're definitely putting up points.
Even when Dak went down and Andy Dalton stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
John, did Russell Westbrook make history over the weekend?
You gotta teach me what history you supposed to be making.
Over the weekend, Al, what did Russell Westbrook do? He tied
the Big O with the most triple doubles in NBA history.
What was that number? 180 what?
It's something crazy. Something stupid.
So that's what Oscar did in his career. Right. Westbrook still got more.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Magic Johnson, breaking Magic Johnson record of 100.
John, when that list, Magic not even close.
No, Magic got like 138.
He's not even close.
They both 170 something. Magic still
got
180 something.
I was talking about something else.
Don't get it twisted. Magic still got the playoff record though. Until LeBron decided to break that muffin.
Y'all talking about something different. I'm talking about different triple doubles. I ain't know.
I know what you was talking about. I was trying to keep it because it's Magic. I'm trying to keep
it. Nope, John. We ain't fooling with you.
Nah.
I knew exactly where you were trying to go, John. I knew where you were trying to go with it.
I'm more interested in the play-ins than him breaking the records. Getting the play-in and beat somebody.
181 triple doubles. Full career. Insane. And the man career nowhere near over yet.
That's insane. Like I said, no one plays harder than Westbrook on that court. I mean, you can love him or hate him. Who's outplaying him as far as the hustle? It's very serious.
You gotta appreciate him and Steph Curry. I would say you gotta appreciate them two right now because you turn on the TV and like 9 times out of 10 they playing that night, and they gonna give you a show. Gotta appreciate that. So, John, you say you interested in the play-ins, right?
Yeah.
So we are.
I'm not.
We are what, a week away from that?
They're like 8 days away.
Yeah. A little over 8 days away.
I'm not.
So right now, Eastern Conference, if it ended today, you would have Boston versus Charlotte as a 7-8 matchup, and the Wizards versus the Pacers as the 9-10 matchup. And in the West, it would be Lakers Golden State, 7-8, and Memphis and San Antonio in the 9-10.
Question. Do this play-in game count as playoff games?
Nah.
Okay.
Not at all. This is getting the seed in, right, and then you go from there. But you said you're not.
I'm not.
Well, you're not. Well, what's up?
Maybe it's just me. And I'm used to being on the branch by myself, so I'm fine with it. Born alone, die alone. But the last thing I needed looking at the NBA schedule is say, damn, I wonder how can we put 2 more pointless games on this bitch. That's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
I think the NBA playoff is too long as it is, and now you got extra play-in games before you even get to the playoffs.
Okay, so, I'm with you.
I didn't order the extra play-in games, and I hope this ain't something that's going to continue going forward. I think if you got your 7 and 8, let's go ahead and match up with the 2 and the 1, 9 and 10. You right there, you outside, but you get a lottery pick. Let's go.
Okay.
I like that shit. It's competition. It keep motherfuckers on that P's and Q's. You can't just, luckily walk in or, walk backwards into the playoffs. I mean,
John.
A team like the Wizards might spank the Pacers and be like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? They the hot team that keep upsetting people. I like that shit because it almost feel like college basketball in a certain aspects. Like, you got a lot of teams you shouldn't even be in a 7-8 seed because a lot of teams were hurt or they don't have the chemistry. It's just, I like the competition of the aspect of
every team was hurt.
It's
75 games. You're not backing into nothing. If you can't be 7 and 8 at the 75 games, all right, sorry.
But who's to say, like, if a team like of course your Lakers, they ain't had LeBron for so many fucking years. I mean, so many months, but they backing in because they had a strong record in. You gotta prove that you supposed to be in the game now.
What you mean? We proved that because we didn't have AD since February, and LeBron has been out since March. We've proven that.
Play the whole regular season.
We've proven that.
Just for the first few months.
8, all right, we got the 7 and 8.
Look, man.
Missing our 2 best players.
That just sounds like some entitled electronic kid. I got my shit. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Fuck that.
At the 75 games, if you can't get in, you can't get in. I'm sorry. 75 games is a lot.
Nah, man.
It's not a lot, Al, when you used to play 82.
Yeah.
7 games off. All right,
It's really not a lot. They play 82.
Right, and if you put 82 games, and then you got to add another 16 to actually win the championship.
Right.
What the hell you got these little pointless, meaningless games for outside of the playoff to get in?
But if you already supposed to spank the teams, regardless, they're not supposed to be in it. What's the point? What's the matter? What's 1-2 games?
It like in the long run, I don't think it's pointless because, like you said, these guys are conditioned to play over 100 games.
It's pointless.
They are conditioned.
You know, Anthony Davis is fragile as a goddamn feather. This messing around, tweet playing the 7-8 game where he's supposed to be in. This could have been a goddamn playoff game.
So what? He tweaking in the playoffs. If he's fragile as a feather, he can tweak it any day of the week. It don't matter if it's a 7-8 game, or if he wake up in the morning walking down the steps.
Right.
Like, it don't matter.
He get an elbow sprain going to pour cereal for breakfast. Like, come on. Like,
all right,
let them get in.
All right,
so what about Jaylen Brown weak ass?
All right. They 7. They 7, right? Or they 8?
They 7 right now.
All right, so they in the playoff.
All right. Well, no, they in the play-in.
Yeah, they play Charlotte.
The play-in tournament hours between the play-in games is between the teams that falls at the end of Sunday. When Sunday is over, after all the games is over Sunday, whoever falls in between 7, 8, 9, 10, they have play-in games on Tuesday.
To see who's gonna get spanked by the Bucks and 76ers?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Who's the top 2 teams?
I'm glad you said it like that because you ain't say who we expect in the West.
Because who's the 2 seed? Phoenix that we just beat? Come on now, they don't want that.
Oh, funny. Yo.
We had Kuz, we had LeBron, and we still spanked them. They don't want no problems.
Like, Al funny. Al funny. All right, so how y'all see it playing out? Do y'all see in fact, I'm gonna give it to you this way. I'm gonna give you the remaining games of the 6th and the 7th seed of both conferences. All right. And then y'all tell me who y'all think falls in, who will be in the playing game and who's not. All right. So you got Portland is the 6th seed right now, and the Lakers are a 7th seed. Tonight, Portland got a bye. I'm being petty, but Portland play Houston tonight.
Okay.
All right, they got Houston tonight. Then they play Utah on Wednesday. That's an ESPN game. And then the next night, dang, they got back-to-back national TV games. They got So they go. What is that? All right. So they play Houston at home. Then they go to Utah on Wednesday, and then go to Phoenix on Thursday. And that is and then Sunday they finish up at home against Denver. That's their remaining 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Lakers play New York tomorrow on TNT. Then they play Houston the following night. Then they play Sunday against New Orleans.
No. Portland stay 6. They got the tiebreaker. I see both of us winning 2 games, possibly 3. Portland got the tiebreaker.
So you see. All right, so Portland go 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
That'll put them at 42 and 30.
At best, they go 3 out of 4. No worse than 2 out of 2. 2 and 2.
So, but if the Lakers go 3-0, then what? They get a better
I won't
record. They got a better record then.
Yeah, but I won't put it past them. If they do, I ain't gonna mind it. But I'm not going to down credit the Knicks.
All right. Does it help any that LeBron is playing tomorrow? Does that help any?
No, because his first game back is against the Knicks. That's the only game that I got to lose.
Oh, my fault. They play the Pacers as well. My bad. I forgot the 14. They play the Pacers on Saturday.
Ooh.
And Pacers need that game too because they in the mix for the play-in. So that's gonna be no cakewalk. It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I see both of them 3-1.
What you think, John?
I'm ready for the play-in.
All right.
What is?
All right. So look, who wins the play-in? Let's just say it stays the same. Lakers and Golden State, one game. And you know that one game LeBron gonna play, AD playing, AD back. He told
you
you I'm
better
back.
bubble wrap that motherfucker.
Lakers
so you ready to play.
Lakers by 12.
All right. What about Memphis and San Antonio?
Whoever want to take the L.
San Antonio.
Okay. And then you got in the East, Boston. Not my bad. Yeah, Boston and Charlotte.
Boston.
Charlotte. Easy.
I'm going with Charlotte too. I want to see that. I want to see Charlotte win that. That'd be dope. And then Washington and the Pacers.
Washington.
All right. So then who wins out of? You said Washington?
Hold on. Brad Beal out, right?
No.
I guess one dude was out for like 2 weeks.
He just dropped 50.
I thought he got hurt after that, and he's out for 2 weeks. No? If Brad Beal is
So he missed the next 2 games. Yeah, he is missing the next 2 games.
Next 2
Not
games.
2 weeks.
Okay, I thought it was 2 weeks.
Just the next 2 games.
All right. No, they got it.
So yo, Russ been putting up stupid numbers though.
I like the Japanese player they got too, though. He's a little inconsistent, but
Hachimura?
Rui, all right. Yeah. Rui, all right.
Yeah, Rui can ball. For sure. All right. We usually do this segment a little earlier, but drop it or stop it. This is petty. It's a little petty. But shop it or stop it. JJ Watt.
Stop it.
Jesus.
Nigga Patty. Y'all sound like Taiwan right now.
Hey yo, what JJ do to y'all, man?
I know I'm about to be something off the wall.
All right.
Reckless about to have 25 sacks this year, some shit.
Heck no. You crazy? You crazy. Shop it or stop it. JJ Watt and AJ Green will have what's the word? Career reviving seasons.
What's your career reviving season?
All right, in AJ Green's case, people looking at him like, bro, he need to hang it up. You can't stay healthy. You can't get on the field. You were scared to go across the middle. Like, you look, you know what I mean? Like you been on your last leg. JJ Watt ain't really been getting to the quarterback like he should have. You know, he just been a name. He ain't been beating one-on-ones like he used to.
So I'll say this. I'll say 6 sacks for J.J. Watt, 4 touchdowns for A.J. Green.
Damn. That's kind of low. John, that's kind of... What you think, John?
I'm going to shop it. I'm going to shop it because it's not on them for the productivity. You got this DeAndre Hopkins on the other side. 101s for wherever A.J. Green is at. And you got Chandler Jones coming back healthy and hungry. It's going to make shit even easier. So who you going to double team? You going to double team Chandler Jones because he's the younger, more athletic person who coming off an injury. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be hungry. He's going to wreak more havoc. J.J. Watt going to have those easy one-on-ones, and he's going to clean up. So I'm going to say it's not because of them of wanting to prove themselves. I think it's because of their help, who they have across from them, is going to be the reason why they have that type of season.
Okay. Because J.J. Watt ain't put up double-digit sacks since 2018.
You want to do it this year?
Last year he had 5. So Al said he get 1 over 5.
Yeah, he get 1 over.
And AJ, you saw me touch you said for AJ?
4.
4. Damn. How many yards?
800.
All right, so it's a good year. That's okay. That's career revival.
Or 800.
That's all right. All right. So you shopping it?
775 to 800, somewhere around there.
So all right. So he's shopping it. After all, John, he petty. You gonna sell stock, but not
like I said, I don't know their numbers from when they played last year to see if that's career reviving. I mean,
if you started off with AJ Green, he probably would have been more realistic.
True.
And right, but since you didn't added the white guy, he just said fuck both of them.
So Drew Brees ain't in the league no more. Now he ain't got to save him.
A double digit. It's like saying a double digit sack total or a double touchdown or 8 touchdowns for AJ.
No, I'm just saying AJ ain't put up 800 yards since 2017 when he had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, see, if you say he's doing that, then yeah, that would be career reviving, and I don't think he gets to that. No,
right, but I'm saying if you talking about a guy who played what? How many games he played last year? He was healthy scratches for a lot of them.
Right.
He had 47 catches, 500 yards, and 2 touchdowns last year. Where he didn't play it all in 19. He played all in 19. So if he come out of that and then go from that to 800.
Yeah, about 750, 800. 750 to 800.
Okay. That's a good number, especially at what, 30? What are you 34?
30.
32? 32?
32? Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, that's interesting. How did y'all feel about DK and his 100-minute sprint?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yo.
Yeah, 10-3 at that size is impressive. Like thinking of it like the runners that we grew up watching. Like Michael Johnson ain't nowhere near that size at all. He's like 170?
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Michael Green? Remember, he was probably a little thicker, but he was like 180, like that. I know he was close to 200.
Right.
And DK is what, close to 250, 235, somewhere around there?
You're like 230, 6'4".
Yeah.
Like on the video, you can tell, like with DK. Oh, yeah, I see that, John. I see it. You look like like you don't belong out here with us.
Mm.
But
even you saying it's 6'6", but 200.
You say both 6'6"?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You saying both 6'6", he's 200 pounds. He's light though. He's a light ass 6'6".
That's scary though. That's a hell of a stride. Jesus. Now, when I seen the run and I seen the time, I just said, wow. I didn't even think of DK. I thought about everybody else. Like, you went 10-3 and was in 9th place.
Right.
So that means to tell me, like, And I seen the video, like, did they go 10 flat? And he might have been 9 something. Like that's like you in 100 meters in 9 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think the fastest was like 10-1.
That's crazy. It was a
Person
kid
got came in
here.
first 10-1.
It was a
So he
kid
wasn't that
here.
far off.
The kid here at what school he was at? Was it Douglas or Forest Park this year? There was some kid here in West Baltimore. He was a freshman. In his time in the 100-meter, I think it was 10.5 or 10.6 as a freshman.
Mm.
I said, boy, and John, yes, he does play football. Like, man. Oh, look, I find out who you are, shorty. That's me. I had to give you a different zip code. God. Super impressive. John, you watch the Canelo fight this weekend?
I seen the highlights. All I need to see.
I saw the uppercut. Apparently, your homeboy they got cooked with the uppercut that shit coming.
Now, teach me, Herb. Did you watch the whole fight?
No.
Okay.
I ain't see a second of the fight, to be honest. And
they said
that was what I wanted round. To see, but I ain't want to pay.
Yeah.
I ain't want to pay. I'm sorry. I ain't want to pay for the zone. I'm my bad. I'm good.
They said he was winning every round, though.
Huh?
They said he was winning every round, though.
Like dominating every round, or was it?
They said the scorecard saying that he was going to win regardless before the knockout.
All right. Okay. Cool. But you could tell on the video that Canelo knew something was wrong. Because when he landed the punch, he didn't throw another punch. And that's kind of like respectful of him. Like he respected his opponent. And like, oh, that's a nice guy at the end of the day. Because you hit that man and just like, hold up. Did I just break his face?
That's what the report said. They said he felt it break as soon as he hit him.
Sheesh. Can't imagine that. But at the same time, it's a different era of boxing. You couldn't tell Aaron Pryor that in the 80s. Aaron, you feel his face break? Hell yeah, I feel his face break. I try to break it some more. You could nah. Like boxing was different. Can you imagine? Hey Mike, what happened? Like early, like 90 Mike. 89, 90 Mike. Like Mike, what happened? You felt his face break? Yeah. I tried to break his spirit too. Like that tripped me out. Like, yo, he ain't throw another punch. Billy Joe did put the message out there and said operation yesterday all went well. You win some, you lose some. I'll be back. That's from Billy Joe.
You won't be back to fight him.
Right.
No.
I think you need to find another profession, if you ask me. But all right.
Jesus. And he's a good fighter. It's just whew.
Yeah, but when somebody break your eye.
That
to me, nigga, all bets is off
right.
after that.
And I think more than just the break in the eye, like the orbital bone, whatever, it's the fact that you weren't winning that fight. If the judge said, yeah, bro, like he proved to you, you're good. You're really good. But this is a whole different level.
So, who would you like to see him fight next?
Oh shit! Come on, man. It's the same guys.
Whew.
I want to see him getting there with Charlo. I want to see him fight Andrade. Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is supposed to be next, right? I like to see him with Caleb. That's 3 guys there. And I don't think the young boy ready.
What
Who the young boy?
Even though what's my man Benavidez?
Nah,
He's 6'4" with some serious power. But you ain't ready. You ain't ready yet.
He ain't ready.
You ain't ready yet. Sorry. Like Canelo moved way too well. Like
it seems like the older he get, the better he get. I don't give a fuck who it is.
And that's how it should. Well, not say how it should be, but in a sense, yeah. You get older, you get wiser. You know, especially on that level. If you're taking care of your body how it's supposed to be, your wisdom should tap in. Which is why people say he fought Floyd too early. It's like he wasn't in his prime, but like you can't say that and then say you're in your physical prime when you're younger. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't have it both ways. Mentally,
you got your ass whipped regardless.
Right. Mentally, he wasn't there with Floyd. That's what. Yeah, he ain't had enough. Even though he had like what at that point it was like 30 some fights at that point.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's an excuse. It was when somebody fight Floyd, they were too young or they too old.
And it'd be hilarious. Like, what? Make some sense of it.
And that's just all they say about Floyd. I don't watch many Floyd fights, so I wouldn't know. I was just about to ask you, like, how was the fight with him and Floyd? But
dominated.
It's pretty much a typical Floyd fight. I'm gonna hit you, you can't hit me. I can pretty much guess that's how it went.
That's exactly how it went.
Easy.
I hit you, you can't hit me.
How you become an Asian woman? When the hell that happened?
My damn daughter did that. I should do that. That's funny. That's funny.
I think became an Asian anime character.
That's funny.
I thought it was Al at first, and then I seen Al still talking. I said, "Oh."
Oh man, she gonna get a kick out of that. I tell her. Wow. All right. Let's see. Let's transition back to the NFL.
Did y'all see I don't know. This may be irrelevant because I don't watch boxing. Did y'all see the dude that fought the Baltimore kid a couple weeks ago? That had all first round knockouts. He had like 20-something fights, all first round knockouts, until he fought the Baltimore kid. He knocked him out. But was this on ESPN? Remember ESPN?
What's his name?
Don't remember if I was asking.
That's hard. Like a Baltimore kid that I don't know about?
It's a Baltimore kid. Well, yeah, it's a Baltimore dude. The Baltimore dude took a loss, but the dude he was fighting had all first round knockouts. He was the first person to get past the first round with this guy.
Oh, you talking about hold up. Let me see. You talking about Edgar Berlanga?
Sounds right. I thought you said his name earlier.
Berlanga.
Benavidez.
He fought somebody from Baltimore?
Was it Baltimore or was it Maryland? I want to say it was Baltimore because it was on the news. That's the only way I've heard about it. It was on WMAR.
Hold on.
Before he fought.
Because the night of the fight, I just missed it. Literally. Yeah. He fought Damon. Damn, he fought Damon. How you get in the ring with? Oh man. Damon fight out of Coach Calvin gym too.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well, he be training in there.
Okay.
Damon Nicholson. I wish I knew that.
I mean, it was a good fight, but Aurelio had too much power.
Yeah. So now I want to watch it. because when I got home or something and I went to turn it on, it was going to commercial. And it's like Ed Belanga wins again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, he knocked somebody else out in the first round. That's why I thought it ended.
Yeah, it
So,
was the
but
first
this
round.
went the
It was a knockout, but it
distance.
was the first round.
Oh, it was a knockout?
It was a knockout.
Wow.
Lamar had hurt. He kept getting up.
Yeah, I gotta see this now. Let me go look at YouTube. This one. 8th round. Wow.
He had hurt.
All
He
the way
kept
to
going
the
right back
8th.
into it. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He kept going back at him. He had mad hurt.
Yeah, I want to see this because the last, I think I seen Belanga's last 3 fights, and you hear the punches.
Yeah.
And I felt like, bruh, just fall. If I hear it on TV and it sounds super clear and I feel it, nah, bro, come on. Like, he the type of puncher where it's like, as soon as it lands, the fighter forgets the game plan and think, like, yo, what?
Yeah.
Like, what am I
It
doing?
becomes survival mode as soon as he hit you.
Like, why did I choose this? Like, I don't care about my life. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, my mama loved me. I got people that love me. I shouldn't be in this ring. Like, that's what happens when he laid the punch. It's like, oh, bruh. Yeah. I gotta check that out. Definitely gotta check that out. All right, what y'all expect to see in rookie minicamp here in Baltimore? Got a 3-day camp. Who y'all excited to see, or what? What's your thoughts?
Cleveland. That's it.
Say it again.
Cleveland. That's it. I already know what's going to help my team.
I like Cleveland. I like Hayes. I watched some film of Thailand. I like Thailand as well. And of course, the number 1 picks, Odafe and Rashad.
Gotcha. I'm excited I'm excited because that's like the confirmation that all right, we're getting closer to September.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, I'm excited, and then I'm ready to see hear the reports. I'm sure like everybody got the playbook already, and see who come in the camp, and playing fast, and making like who's picking it up pretty quickly. I'm ready to see that.
This might be a stupid question. I know it's called rookie camp. It's only the rookies that come through, right? So
No.
Okay.
This year is different because they allow the drafted rookies, the undrafted rookies, obviously, the guys who gets the tryout guys, and also players from last year who didn't really get to play in games. They can show up as well.
Okay.
So it's a nice group, some first year guys and rookie guys. They can show up. So I'm excited to see how that play out. Get some videos, some one-on-ones. That'd be fun to watch. I was listening to Eric DaCosta on the lounge, and I'm always intrigued to hear his thoughts after the draft and like in a setting where he's like comfortable. Like I think he'll give a little more insight to the things. And the first thing that like stood out to me, no, he told a story about how he was saying how staying put in the draft is all like staying put or trading back is always their preference. And he talked about a time where Who was it? Oh, he said last year. He said last year's draft, it backfired on him. He said they could have took a guy that they wanted at a pick. He didn't say what pick it was, but instead he took a gamble by trading back and thinking he could get him there for better value. Because he was explaining how understanding how the rest of the league value players plays into the decision of how they do their board and how they pick guys. And he said the player that they was coveting, they traded back then they can get him, but like right before they pick, maybe like a pick or two before, that player got snatched off the board. He said, but in the long run, it kind of worked out because the player they wound up taking became one of the better players on the team last season. See how your wheels spinning. I see you, Joe. Like, I wonder who he talking about. So I'm gonna go back and do some research to figure out what play he was talking about. But I thought that was interesting. And even he was saying how who was it? I think Mink asked him about the he was saying when you made the whole outburst about receiver and how you like our guys and all that, and it went viral, was that part of your strategy to make sure that Green Bay didn't trade up in front of you to take Rashad Bateman? And he was like, look, I ain't gonna confirm or deny that was strategy or anything. I'll just say it's a Lions luncheon, whatever. And he do believe in the receivers. Like that wasn't Cat. He believe in receivers, believe in Rashad. I mean, Miles and the receivers that they have, but he never said I wasn't going to take a receiver. And then he gave it, and then he digged into the bag in the history and told us that he said in 2012 or whatever it was, he said they really wanted T.Y. Hilton. He said we want T.Y. We think he was going to fit us. And he was saying T.Y. we could get him at the top of the fourth round. We had to pick early in the fourth round. We could get him. So he did all the draft, like pre-work and all that. And it's like buzzing around the building. They getting T.Y. So I think it was like a couple weeks or so, or like maybe a month or so before the draft, Chuck Pagano gets the job in the Colts. Right? So the draft went around. It's looking like T.Y. is falling to him. And then all of a sudden, the Colts had a pick like behind the Ravens in the fourth. And they went up into the end of the third round and took T.Y. So he said he said he always felt hurt by that. And he says ever since then, he always played his decisions close to the vest. So that really no one knows which way he thinking, like even in the organization. It was cool. Like it's a lot of little nuggets in there, little insights into the front office a little bit and their way of thinking about things and all that. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, Sarah Ellison dropped a couple of draft nuggets from Zach Drebeck as well. I thought was interesting. One of them was Ravens didn't expect Rashad Bateman to fall, so Elijah Moore would be top ranked wide receiver left at number 27. So they had Rashad Bateman ranked higher, and it just happened. They thought they were going to have to get Elijah Moore instead of Rashad Bateman.
My guys too.
Also said Russo and Owe were similarly graded. Ravens took Bateman first. Gambling one will be available at 31, and the gamble worked.
Yes. So either way, I was going to be right. Y'all have been like.
But this the one that hurt me. So,
y'all would be right.
Said despite reports, Ravens weren't interested in Alex Leatherwood at 27, but would have been intrigued by Christian Darrisaw. Overall, weren't impressed with the OT class.
So that one hurt you?
They passed with my guy twice.
That one hurt you? Okay.
They passed with my guy twice. Yeah, I see why. They weren't impressed with that tackle class. If we got Darasol, I'd have kind of been mad. I don't have Darasol ranked over Tevin, but that's just me.
Gotcha. I low key would have been mad, not mad, but I'd have low key been like, nah. If we'd have went tackle, I would have been. Especially if we went tackle over Bateman, I'd have been hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have been hurt. Like you doing the same thing. Like, come on. Like, no. We're good on tackle. Like, but with it being said, like hindsight being 2020 and all, it just confirmed they knew they had Villanueva in the bag.
Yeah.
And that kind of made it easier.
Yeah. I mean, make sure you don't reach.
Right. In fact, John, what's your thoughts on Villanueva joining the team? I think we asked, got your opinion on that.
I think he could a good veteran for the team. With experience. I mean, I think he can help out Tyreek Phillips, which he desperately needs. He's got the frame to be a tackle, but it's just technique is poor. You can tell you're not comfortable with it yet. So I think him getting there, I think that's just a sure up where you got everything in peace where you can step up and make all the plays that you need to. You're not getting abused up front like you used to in the past few years. So I'm happy with it.
Okay. I see a lot of a few, Steeler fans will post on social media how the plays where Villanueva was getting abused and all this and that. And we understand that it happens from time to time. We even called it from time to time, but it's a whole different mindset when you with a team that focused on I want to hit you in your mouth. Like what was that? Like Step Brothers? Remember Step Brothers when Derek was going crazy and he's just looking at him? You want to punch me in the face, don't you? Yeah. That's how our offensive line is. You come on the bus, just looking at you. You know I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like it's coming and you can't do nothing about it. Like unlike Canelo, we're gonna try to break your face and keep punching.
Like needed to show up that right tackle position, and they felt like that's the best player available. You really couldn't go there in the draft because in our division you needed a veteran at that spot. And the main problems were in the middle in the trenches. That's why they got Zeitler, hurry up and picked him up. That's why you got Ben Cleveland. That's why hopefully you're gonna move Bozeman to center. That's the pieces of our offensive line where we was getting hurt for the past 3 years versus the Chargers versus Tennessee back-to-back games, and then you had problems throughout the year.
Buffalo.
Well, not throughout the year, but the Bills. You had problems in the middle of that line. So where you need to shore up that line, that is where everybody, the media thought would be the right tackle. It wasn't because Orlando Brown moved to left tackle, and you still found a way to get to the playoffs and make a push. So your biggest problem was in the interior of that line.
Correct.
I mean, I still think it was the interior of the line. And for some odd reason, we couldn't snap. And we had a center that was in between two goddamn centers. We still couldn't snap the ball, right? We went away from Tristan Colon for some strange reason, unbeknownst to me.
Yeah, he played pretty well. I'm not one that's going to advocate Cologne over Bozeman. Sorry.
No, definitely not.
Sorry.
No.
That's gone. That's dead.
Yeah.
That's dead in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that, but I'm just saying, like, yo, you got a center, and both of your guards play center. Having a snap shouldn't be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
But both of your guards played center before.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Oh, what was the other thing he said? Wait, breaking news. Green Bay Packers have made a significant long-term contract offer to Aaron Rodgers.
This bold
a significant.
I'm gonna let the MVP live, but
no, don't let him live. I want to hear this. Cause I seen you post in the Facebook group #Sideline Talk. I seen your post about Aaron Rodgers. Let it be known. Tell us how you feel.
He fucking spoiled. Pardon my language. He's spoiled. He's a spoiled brat. He did all this for a contract play, I feel like. And he just deflecting blame. Like you came off the field on your press conference. Well, it wasn't my choice to go for it, or to not go for it, to kick the field goal, or whatever he said. It wasn't my choice. Like you came off the field deflecting blame.
Hey Al.
And then what?
When the rest of the team is talking, saying, I don't know if I'm gonna be here for the next few years if he ain't here, that has a significant thing to say more than what I feel like. If your guy's backing you up, preferably to one of your top receivers saying, fuck out of here, I ain't staying here if that nigga ain't gonna here too long. Then guess what? I'm gonna feed that nigga.
What was it? What was it? You appreciate us while you got us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate people while you got them or something like that. He posted.
Yeah. And again, he's the MVP of the league for a reason. Aaron had a hell of a year. But this bull brat, every single time something don't look his way. Every single time it's time for him. He's not a foxhole quarterback. What I mean by that is he's not a quarterback that's going to sit there and fight his way out of a bad situation. To me, I see him as the California pretty boy. Everything got to be perfect. If it's ugly in the fourth quarter, oh well, just gonna stay ugly. Oh well, like he just that's how I feel about her.
Wow. I always thought the national media was looking at things wrong about how they kept throwing the narrative out there about getting Aaron Rodgers some weapons and draft somebody in the first round.
I've always said that too. Like I posted in there, it's just as many fourth round wide receivers that was in the top 10 that was first round wide receivers.
Yeah, like to say he don't have weapons, but when you look at Aaron Rodgers for the duration of his career, the majority of his career, his team has been putting up more than 12 wins a season.
All right, when he say
don't do that without weapons. Like I think what's really the issue is Aaron don't feel respected under this new GM that took over 3 years ago. I think that's the issue. Like, bruh, you getting rid of my guys. Like, I have no say. Then you trade up and take a quarterback. Like what? And in a you come off a season where they was right there in the playoffs. They was in the playoffs. You knew he needed all kinds of help on the O-line or whatever to get past, the 49ers. He needed help. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And there was weapons to be got. You trade up to take a quarterback. So it's like you getting rid of my weapons. Or the guys that I rock with, you trade up to take a quarterback. And then you study like I'm not getting the monies, no like there's a disconnect in communication somewhere between him and the front office. And if the feeling like if I don't feel wanted or celebrated, I'm not gonna stay where I'm tolerated. I'm waiting for them to kick me out.
That makes sense. And it's inexcusable to trade up to get a quarterback that you're not going to use. Inexcusable.
It's crazy. Yeah. Absolutely.
But yet and still, the last few times that the Packers had bad seasons is because Aaron Rodgers was out. How can I be certain that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back with an MVP season?
Yeah, because he was out. Rodgers.
Right. So I have a quarterback that's not going to kill my season. I still have a good team around this quarterback.
Al, I get what you're saying, but wouldn't it make sense if you had a veteran backup, a proven vet that could step in and keep things rolling in case if that was your thought process? Like, I don't want, in fear of Aaron getting hurt, I want to be able to keep the train rolling. That would be a vet. That wouldn't be when you call Andy Dalton. You bring Andy in, or you bring Ryan Fitzpatrick in. You see what I'm saying? You don't trade up for a rookie who ain't never played games. Oh yeah, Aaron went
Yeah,
down.
again, trading up for the rookie would have been a
Yeah.
horrible situation. Now
even-
that rookie would have felt to them, and it would have been the same situation that Aaron Rodgers came in for Brett Favre. He fell to Green Bay.
Yeah, but even in that situation it was different because Brett was always threatened to retire.
And Aaron is always threatened to retire.
When?
Aaron is always talking about,
Besides
I
this
don't know if
season.
I'm be one of those quarterbacks that play till I'm 40. He always threatened to retire too.
Wait.
I don't know if
John,
I'm be one of
hear
those
this?
quarterbacks that play long.
John, you hear
He's
this?
talking about going to
Aaron
Jeopardy.
Rodgers always threatened to say he's not going to be with the team no more. Not
Aaron Rodgers is about to go
retire.
about to try to host Jeopardy.
Hey, that's a money grab. Look, I could host Jeopardy.
Right,
Now,
I understand that, but yet
we're gonna
still,
give you the
Aaron is not all
significant
the way
offer.
in. So why would I be all the way in on Aaron?
Yeah. It's
If
weird.
this quarterback can leave my team at any time, it's the same thing with Brett Favre.
But it's just
This
bad
quarterback
because
can leave my team at any time.
it's just bad because the GM is like, whatever miscommunication is there, they should get that fixed because that's just a bad look to everybody else, on the team.
I mean, he got. I don't know where else he's going to go with a top 10 running back, top 10 left tackle, top 3 wide receiver, and he ain't 2 or 3. A top 10 corner. Like, what other spot are you going to go that got all of that?
You ain't got to have all of that, but you can go to a spot and still have that type of success. Miami would be nice. Sure. Denver would be nice.
I think Denver would be the best team of the team that's in play.
Vegas would be nice.
I don't think Vegas would work.
I
just saying he don't like the pressure of I got to try to come back from behind. Mahomes just had a 28-point quarter.
Man, he followed Brett Favre. All he know is pressure. You feel me?
He got a horrible track record when trailing in the fourth quarter. Nobody want to look at it. We got a horrible track record when trailing.
You know what it is, John? It's a Green Bay thing. It's a Green Bay thing. Al don't rock with Brett or Aaron. That's what it is.
I love Reggie White.
See, your scapegoat like a motherfucker. Name somebody else on the Green Bay that wasn't black.
That wasn't black?
Yeah.
Shit. Ron Balaga, all right.
There you go. No way, I give up. That's a show.
Oh, man. Funny guy, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with
Sterling legend.
Good. What you say?
I was saying Sterling Sharp was a legend. It ain't Green Bay hate.
Sure. Green Bay quarterbacks. That's what it is. Understand.
They talk a lot of. They got a lot of lip for 2 rings in like 40 years. We got the same production out of Dilfer and Flacco. Y'all got a lot of lip.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
all I'm saying.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Sideline Talk. Follow us on YouTube at Sideline Talk. Al, take us out.
Be blessed, be productive, be more. Also, follow us on Spotify. Goodness. Couldn't think of what it's called. Spotify. Follow us there too. Be blessed,
and on
Spreaker.
Be more. And a podcast on Spreaker.
And on Spreaker. On demand. Download that. We everywhere out here. Apple Podcasts as well.
Facts.
Be blessed, be productive, be more. We love you. We out.